I said, are you ready? Because I'm turning on the mics, but they're already on, so.
I know you are, so yeah.
Good morning, and welcome to Moopsy in the Morning for February the 4th, 2025. Not January. Definitely not January. It was a long night last night. So I'm allowed a mistake or 7. Today. Yes, I know you want some love. There we go. Chris is with me today. Hi, Chris.
I
I have, aside from Defensive Starbase 1, I've got Repair Shields in space and Disruptor Damage in space. But I also have this Stop Licking My Fingers. I love you, stop licking my fingers. I don't know why.
get Undine ships in battle zone and hull repair space and phaser damage in space.
Oh, we got some fun stuff to do then. And Defensive Starbase 1.
I don't want to change my ship to run phaser damage.
You could just switch out some weapons.
Okay, but it's gonna mess up loadouts and everything else.
Yeah, well, don't save it and just switch out enough weapons. How much phaser damage do you have?
A lot.
Oh.
Like 500,000.
Yeah, but...
Half a million, basically.
Yeah. Well, one Defensive Starbase 1 is going to take care of that, so... Just throw a couple on temporarily. You'll be fine. Or switch ships, whichever works better for you. Good morning, fighter. So I did go to class last night, and I still managed to get my butt out of bed this morning, and I will tell you, because I didn't get in until midnight. Sleeping for less than 5 hours.
That sounds about the amount of sleep I had.
Yeah.
Right, let me swap ships to... Which one's gonna do the most phaser damage at once?
But at the same time, it's kind of nice going, oh, all the hard work I have to do today this week is done. Because going to class, 7 hours, exhaustion from the trip, the driving. Let's see, how am I doing here on my arthropods?
Most the USS Antares should do it. Credence class, Dreadnought. I really like this ship. Everything about it is just...
I'll give you a few more there.
I did my... Oh yeah, I did that already.
Good enough. I figured I'd get my D1 arthropods done while I could. Is there anything worth salvaging there? Yep. Anything worth tossing out? Sure. Discard you, and discard you, and... more junk!
If we're still not in the best of moods in terms of food, and number 2... Oh! Well, I was just about to say what he's doing, and he just ate the whole breakfast with rice and his crunchies, so I think he's past the prime moment when he's
I'm gonna show you.
Rice.
I'll show you. I'll eat anything at this point, yes.
I mean, the thing is, when he got the rice and this crunch, the dry food, the crunchies, I don't know how you say, the dog chow, when he got that mixed together, it was fine. His number 2s were perfect. I couldn't hope for better ones. So I'm like, alright, should this be your new diet then? I can boil you rice every day and give it to you in the meals.
As long as he's got adequate nutrition, but generally rice is just a stopgap while his body gets back to normal and then just slowly...
Yeah, I was thinking maybe I should replace rice with one of the roots and stuff. Like, I know people cook for dogs and they include stuff like this. And I could just, every now and then boil a potato or a sweet potato.
I know dogs are good with sweet potatoes. Let's see. I just need to get some TAC consoles and the USS Shin Godzilla exists fully. Okay. I want to see the Godzilla build.
Godzilla build? What?
Fighter's got the Shin Godzilla on PC. It is his new build.
Oh, okay.
Just
Wow.
making a little
I almost
space here in
cleaned
my
it all out.
inventory.
True. It's a bit messy when he's dropping all the rice all over the place, but
Yeah, there is that.
nothing that my vacuum won't tackle later on. Got one of those
My son
automated
and
vacuum thingies that walk around the place.
when my son and my
Mm.
son's friend were both really, 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 really little, we would take them out for sushi. And of course, they're too little to eat sushi, but they'd get the sushi rice, and it
Oh
would
yeah.
stick to everything, their hands, the counter, the table. And we always apologized to the chef, who brought them the stuff, and he'd be like, "No, no, no, we do that on purpose. It will keep your kids entertained the whole time you're here. They'll have fun. You'll have fun. It's perfect." I'm like, brilliant.
Well, as long as they're fine with the cleaning and everything.
Yep, no, they
after.
were fine with it. As they put it, it's easier to deal with a happy kid making a bit of a mess versus a screaming child ruining the dinner for everybody, not just that family, but everybody. Good morning, Phil. How are you doing? It's a ship I used a lot on console that I'm rebuilding on PC. Aha! So, while I was driving home last night, I'm sorry you're tired. I can empathize. While I was driving home last night, Dante was texting me. He had a idea for a fun pimp my ship night, which is find the most ship in the game. I assume tier 6, and have a night
Which
of
is?
I don't know. Whatever it is, we have to figure that out. Then spend a night of seeing how much we can do to make it into a decent DPS build. And I thought that was fun. Rather than starting with a ship that's got some potential, you start with something that's just fine. I don't know. What's an bleh ship? I mean, there's a lot of good ships out there, but there's also a lot of ships. I don't know the ship at all. I think that would be a fun night.
Flash chips? What's that?
Pardon?
Flash ships? What's that?
A ship that, on the face of things, doesn't have a lot of potential. One maybe that people didn't buy. Maybe it was a event ship. Maybe it's I don't know, some ship that's just average. Let's see. The Jupiter was seen as the worst T6 ship for a while. Yeah, that's possible. Still banging my head against the wall, which is 1.3 million DPS solo ISC. Be still my beating heart. I'm up to a whacking great 130k is my best ever for a build. But then, different strokes. That was good enough for me to do what I needed to do. Good morning, Musin. Yes, Musin got the theme here. In the town where I was born lived a man who sailed the sea, and he told us of his life in the land of submarines. So we sailed on to the sun till we found a sea of green, and we lived beneath the waves in our Moopsy submarine. There you go. So I have to figure out what's the most meh ship out there. Maybe a Mirror Gagarin, which is fine. Maybe it's a freighter. Fine. And see what we can do to make it fun. In the meantime, Chris, I'm going to send you an invitation here. Oh, there you go.
Sure.
There you go. And what do you need to do this morning? Aside, you said you had Undine ships?
Yeah, those in the battle zone. Phaser damage and repair hull in space.
How about we do Starbase 1? Or did you already do yours?
I mean, I can do it.
Your enthusiasm.
I mean, no, it's just like I've done it already. I'm just like,
Well,
I'm good.
fine.
I can do probably most of my stuff during it, so.
Yeah, that's
that
what
can
I
be
was
fun.
thinking. Oh, hold on. It probably works better if I make sure I have disruptors on the ship. I don't know that I do. Do I have... Oh, I could use that too. I got 2 disruptors. That'll be good enough. That's interesting. Oh, that's right. I can only equip 1. I only have 1 disruptor. Lovely. What is that one? Experimental Romulans. Is there any other reputation disruptor that you can think of besides the Romulan?
Reputation? Romulan? I think there's like at least a Terran task force and...
Let's see what we got.
I want to say one of the recent ones. I think the Discovery also has a disruptor variant.
Let's see what we got here.
Because they want to do them for Klingon and for... I think, yeah, the wide angle definitely
Yeah,
will
they
be.
do. Let's go ahead and grab that one.
That one is actually a pretty good one.
Should be able to do that one. Sorry, my instructor was getting a cold, and I'm getting it now. Thanks.
I'm still salty they got the Discovery beams wrong, but other than that, I think they're pretty decent. I mean, just the visuals, I mean.
Discovery T6, that's what I just started there, using, but I'm looking for anything else that can go with that. Terran. You said Terran, right?
Terran had some disruptors, I think.
Yes, they do. They have beam array and cannons. I don't really want to do cannons on this ship. Yep, that'll be up in 2 minutes. So, yeah, I already have the Romulan T6. So that'll give me all three there, Musin. I've got Romulans, Terrans, and Discovery cooking. Then we can run off and I'll have enough. Doing 500,000 with one beam is going to take a while.
Coming back to your Section 31 review, the guy who posted that comment that was nagging that there was too much rambling did clearly just stop at first 3 minutes of the review and never went further, right?
I'm guessing that, yeah. Because I do script out everything. I didn't go extemporaneous except for one word in the whole thing. Everything else is scripted out.
I was pretty sure you covered everything about it, including like overall.
Well, I mean, I could have gone into hideous detail. I'm sorry, I could have gone into really excruciatingly hideous detail. I don't have that one, Musin. I'd have to play the episode. I'm not anti-episodes, but as we were discussing offline yesterday, if I get into game just to sit there and play, the entire time somebody is chatting with me or trying to chat with me about stuff not related to it, so I'm trying to get in, sneak in every now and then so I can just enjoy myself and play.
Do you have any account from all the accounts you have that people don't have as a friend?
Say that again?
1 sec.
Uh-huh.
You get like a lot of accounts, right?
Yeah, I have 4 accounts.
Do you have all of those with friends from stream or like whatever? Do you have any one of those that don't have a lot of those friends?
No. Almost everybody who I enjoy being with is on them.
Moopsy is free!
Good morning,
Right.
Musin. Heavy
The idea was
Yeah, go ahead.
The heavy biomolecular disruptor from the Undine rep.
I've got enough now. I've got 3. 3 should be enough to hit 500,000. This is not primarily an
you
disruptor
built them
build.
already? Yeah, they should do.
Yeah, this should be fine. You in game, Musin?
Yeah.
Would you like to join us for Defense of Starbase 1?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, what I was meaning is that if you had an account that maybe not a lot of people have as a friend, you might just switch to that one and have peace and quiet.
But the point
There's
is,
no
I want to finish up the main account. I want to get all my tunes through all of the story episodes, all the TFOs, get all the ships leveled. And just to avoid people knowing I'm on means I have to do something I don't want to do. I want to get some stuff finished.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
And then
Well,
when we're doing this, I tend to play on my 2 secondary accounts, usually because these are not strong enough players to finish stuff easily. So, this gives me a chance to do dailies and other things with assistance. So they're slowly getting through stuff. Defensive, Starbase 1 advanced.
I was actually going to name 2 more disruptor things.
Oh, no, I just need enough to get through my 500,000.
yeah,
I will
it's just for the
slowly
endeavor.
build them up to having stuff.
We didn't tackle the Nausicaan disruptor and
Oh my
the
god.
resonant one.
We're fine. I mean, I have a dedicated disruptor build, but it's on my KDF account, and then we can't do some of the stuff I want to do unless we go private. So that doesn't work either. So we go this way. Good morning, mighty Archimedes. Can you tell I have had 5 hours of sleep? So I'm driving home last night, and my routine is leave class, buy a coffee. About 75 miles later, about an hour and 15 minutes into it, there's a truck stop that has decent coffee. So I stop there, go to the bathroom, get myself another coffee, and that typically,
Yep.
that typically gets me in the front door. It didn't this time. It got me about 20 minutes from home, and the last 20 minutes were rough, but if I stopped and got another coffee, I'd still be up from last night. So did you get anything good from the boxes, mighty Archimedes?
Someone opening boxes.
Yes, he was opening boxes, he said. I did some boxes yesterday. I assume that was opening them, not wrapping stuff for Christmas.
Ooh, so much debris around me.
Well, that's what happens if you have a space station that's been running for 300 years with non-stop.
My argument is Taz was here.
It's only because they don't clean up every time after they're attacked.
Yeah, probably that they might not just have enough time, really.
By the way, mighty Archimedes got an omnidirectional. That's kind of nice.
Oh, lucky.
Here they come.
Those
Yeah.
are very unwilling to pop, and I'm gonna crash my game. Because apparently you can't swap audio device too many times in a row. No, it's just gonna crash.
Well, you can. It just doesn't necessarily work.
Well, it will crash every time I try. I try to do it more than once in a row, so, if you spread it in time, then it's gonna work. But if you try to oh yeah, sure, yeah, sure.
I want to put this in mighty Archimedes' perspective here. First thing, I got an omnidirectional. Second, and 6 of those shield tunneling traits. Also 2 of the ships.
Oh my god.
I like
did
your
went with
priorities.
It was like Hitchcock, just leveling the tension up just higher and higher.
Really? Well, congratulations on all the loot.
Yeah, congrats. Especially on those traits. I looked them up and I'm like, oh, I can't even afford them anymore.
I
Only
opened,
200 boxes, yeah, okay.
I opened 40 boxes and got a few nice things, but that's it.
I don't think I got the tunneling trait. No,
I did not,
I think I
no.
got something else, but...
I got some random
But I
weapons.
didn't open a lot of them, so I guess that's fair.
Well, I didn't really want the ship. I just wanted to, open a few here, see if there's anything cool going on. Got some stuff I can give away at the next event. Stuff. But congratulations on your 2 ships. Well, there's my shield healing, which it was not what I was aiming for. Just figuring we're gonna have to go do it.
I'm gonna get in.
And there's my damage.
Yeah,
in
that
space.
was my take on it, Archimedes. I thought it looks cool, but that's about it. All I care about it, so... I didn't intend to keep it.
I think I will work up my karma for a ship I really want. Translation slowly get to that kind of arbitrary 200 point. And good morning, Taz. No, you didn't sneak in on us. We saw you there.
I almost left.
No worries. I want to oversleep.
And I think I frozen broke it again.
I'm contemplating whether or not I want to go back to bed when we're done here, or if I should suck it up, put on my heavier pants, go take the doggers out for a long walk since we did not get a walk in yesterday.
Reading some heavier ships in
Or maybe both. Or all of the above. Good morning, Pie. Phil says I opened 0 boxes, got the tunneling trait when it was still below 40 million. Yeah. Usually first day out you can do well just buying stuff off the exchange.
And it crashed again. I love this game. I love how the engine is so stable and all that.
That's weird. Has that been
I
happening a
know.
lot lately?
Whenever I change the audio device.
Oh.
For instance, it was set to my speaker so I can hear the game because I have a headset on. I wanted to switch over to my headset. It used to just swap automatically, but something came on with the Windows update and no longer does that.
Oh, yeah,
so
no,
I have to do
Windows.
that.
Windows, yeah, absolutely.
Windows knows how to screw up with your drivers and devices.
Pie
Everything
says,
works.
I've
it's
been up
just
for 6 hours. I woke up at 6 my time, early shift week. Ouch. Well, no, I don't mind
good.
early.
Depends how early is it.
I worked
think
at
I'm
a
at the
bakery at
limit
one
of
point,
the
so...
earliest I can do. Well,
Um,
at least it's swapped. Got the right audio device now.
Good. I have to kill 30 Voth to see if I can get a match of the Breach TFO.
I love the breach. It's so rare to pop sometimes.
Why? You know, for Voth, you can just do the sword and the TFO. It'll give you the Voth.
If I have them.
Or do you like the Breach? Is that what you're saying?
I like the breach.
I like the Breach too. Yeah, Pi is right. Windows screws up the audio almost every time there's an update.
I wish they like. I really hope that EU will finally start bashing on Microsoft for like monopolizing the market and not providing proper support kind of thing. Because they're screwing this a lot for a lot of people here.
Well,
And like, unlike US, EU kind of likes to have more care about the citizens sometimes than the corporations, you know? Like they won with the Apple about the USB-C kind of thingy. It's a really annoying thing that you had to buy a special cable. Now you don't have to, because they forced them out to do the USB-C for everything. But they still want to be sold in the EU anyway.
that's what I was saying, Pi. Nisord and his aftermath for Voth ships.
Yeah,
Good
Nisord and his
morning,
aftermath.
Cliff, by the way, since I didn't see you there till just now. Well, the
The
thing with Windows is the same thing we always say about Cryptic/Deca. There's a known bug, i.e. audio almost always gets effed up after every update and patch. Knowing that, why can't they just fix it so it doesn't do that? But they don't. I mean, it's been years. Yeah, it's just one that's got Voth ships. Or you could do, not Arena of Sunpack, Kobayashi Maru, because it'll occasionally drop Voth, but it won't drop 30 of them.
Oh no, never enough to actually have a 30 endeavor completed. By the way, is it just me, or they got the Klingon Cleave ship wrong sized in SDO? I remember it was when it rammed in the first episode, the second episode of Discovery's first season. I think when it was ramming the Admiral's ship,
Yeah.
it looked pretty huge, and now that comparing to average sized ship right now, I think it looks kind of smallish. I don't know
Yeah,
if
I
it's
think the only place that they get the perspective correct is in Battle at the Binary Stars.
well, that was during that battle, alright?
Right, but I
So-
mean when they go, that ship is correct in proportion, but when we get it here in some of the missions, it's not. It's more
yeah,
scaled
it's
down.
smaller in the game.
Yeah, I think. Let's see. I named my Obina the Orville since the only other ship of the class was the Archimedes. So, yeah, can't name it after yourself.
Oh, I love the Urbina's performance. She's really good. I wish that the design of that ship was a bit more balanced. It seems like it's a bit all over the place. The nacelles are a little bit too thick.
Yes, you have mentioned that.
And the neck is kind of weird. I don't like how it kind of stretches, but in the wrong way. Like, it kind of looks like an intermediary between the classic Excelsior and the Excelsior 2.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of fits because it's around the same time where they were like probably coming with the idea of it, but I don't know, the final product of Ubina is kind of weird, especially on those nacelles. I could have lived through them, but yeah, I had to like swap some elements of them, but with the Excelsior 2.
Yeah, that's what Mighty Archimedes is saying too.
Yeah, I'm glad that they at least kit bashed that, because a lot of ships don't get any kit bash options.
I'm going to jump on my other account real quick and see if there's anything over there, since we've done all those dailies.
Well, I only got the Undine ships and the...
That's okay, I'll be right back and we can go do Undine ships or something else. Oops, nope. That works better. Let's see what we've got on this account this morning. Oh, destructible torpedoes, dreadnoughts, and harvest materials on the ground. So we've got some stuff. And you've got Undine?
Yeah, but in the battle zone, so...
We can go do them. Excuse me, I'm hiccuping. Taz, you want to come party with us?
Yeah, I'm just gonna finish my endeavor. No, I mean the event.
Okay.
I'm at wave 6.
1 day away from finishing off.
I got mine finished up Sunday? Yeah, Sunday, so I'm just doing the dilithium. And then also building up some... Oh, gosh darn it, I should do that. I wasn't doing that other account, because I got the ship. Yeah, no, I can run it out. Used to be for me that I switched default audio device prior to launching Stowe, but not. It changes nothing for the game. It was an update ago when it stopped, and now I have to swap in-game manual. Okay.
And I can't type apparently because he just read what I wrote.
We figured out what you meant.
Type. Yeah, now it changes nothing for the game. It was after an update, yeah. It just completely went bonkers, and now I have to change this manually every time in game. When it starts to crash every time I change, so I try to not to do that when I'm in a TFO, just
so
I don't get kicked out of it.
It doesn't crash my game, it just stops all of my audio entirely.
I don't know, I have a wireless headset that has its own
Oh.
dongle in it, so I don't know, maybe that's that. But it never used to be an issue. I just swapped the default Windows device for audio to the headset, and it just swapped automatically when launched.
Let's see. Pi says...
Stuff like online, I stopped sending the audio to my headset. It's kind of frustrating.
See, so there must be something wrong with either STO, maybe, how it handles that.
I'm gonna try.
It's not Bluetooth, no. It has its own...
Have you
radio
selected
frequency.
what the default devices Windows pre-select?
I do. It doesn't change for STO now. It used to, as I said, it used to be the way that I'm just like swapping the default audio output device into the headset, and then I launched STO, and then it was just correctly putting that audio to my headset. But ever since an update, Windows update or 2 ago, it's stopped doing that, so I can do whatever I like in Windows, and everything else is gonna work, but STO doesn't actually pick up the audio device correctly. I have to manually go to audio and change the output device to the headset, which is kind of just...
Pain in the butt?
I mean, I don't have to, like, re-engineer or recode it, but it's still annoying. Because it just should have been plug and play, and it isn't, and it's just...
It's one reason I have a wired headset, but I also have that because wireless.
I've got too many cables. If I have another wired headset, I'm just gonna go crazy.
Well, most of
Too
mine
many wires.
plug in through the back. The only thing I've got up front here is the headset. I've got way too many USB connectors, but it's really convenient for a few things. Excuse me. Yeah, I stretch. Taz, I sent you an invitation.
Yeah, I had to relog.
Oh, okay. No problem. I'll send you a new invitation when that comes up.
I don't know if you watch Jorg Hildebrand or Hilgebrand. I don't remember how to
No.
pronounce his name. And he's on Twitter and on Blue Sky. He was actually consultant for Star Trek Picard because he was like going back and forth between the TNG episodes they were referring to, so they're like visually and story-wise accurate. So he was kind of the encyclopedia for accuracy and like lore callbacks. He's actually Sorry, what?
Can we do the event again?
Yeah, give me 1 sec to take a look at the time.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
That's Mom's call, but I'm fine.
Yeah, no,
with
I'm
that.
totally good with that one. Kobayashi Maru, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're cued.
So Jorg is kind of like, he has an eye for detail I usually miss. Or like, I don't even like pay attention to those kind of tiny little details.
Yeah, it's the little
but
ones sometimes.
The way he approaches it is just absolutely incredible. Yeah, we would. It's absolutely ridiculously detailed approach, but I like it because he points out to elements that I would totally miss.
Welcome to the Gamma Hydra training facility. Today, you'll be
Check
running
out.
through a modified
Okay.
version of legendary Starfleet
Jorg
scenario
Hillebrand.
Kobayashi.
Yeah, he's. I don't know. Jorg sounds Nordic, but I don't want to presume. He was a research assistant on Star Trek Picard, credited in credits as well. So.
Okay.
And now, recently he pointed out something in section 31 that I never noticed. He was wondering what was the story behind the Emperor George's winged dragon robe. Was it a Berigarian dragon? And I was like, what the hell is a Berigarian dragon? And it appears that there is a Vulcan myth about a dragon.
Wow.
And I was like, what the hell? I wasn't even aware there was a thing. But apparently it's considered to be like a reptilian species that was up to 200 meters large over 700 years before like our era. Lived in on Vulcan and was part of their Vulcan legends. I'm like, what the hell was that? But it was supposed to be a docile but fire-breathing dragon, which is an interesting thing.
Excuse my ignorance of Discovery, but I'm ignorant of Discovery. Did Vulcan get destroyed in the Mirror Universe?
No, not that we know about it.
Okay.
I mean, we know that Vulcan was part of the alliance against the Empire.
Okay.
They worked with, kind of formed a similar alliance as Federation in terms of like the planets it consisted of. I mean, maybe not planets, but species types.
Pi, I saw
really
your
remember.
message about the memes, and yes, I will check it out as soon as we're done here.
It's not over yet. The next wave is
Oh,
coming.
Keenos.
But yeah, that was quite an interesting thing because I was not aware that the Vulcans ever mentioned a dragon. Apparently, there
I
was something like that.
don't remember that one.
And like the screenshot he posted, like, oh my god, that kind of makes me feel wanna dress up as an Emperor Giorgio in the game and do some Section 321, aka Emperor.
I'll only be impressed
Terran
if you
Empire
dress
thing.
up as Giorgio in the live stream.
No, that will never happen. No.
If I ever go back to doing this on camera, I should start getting myself some good cosplay.
Oh, good lord. I really admire people who do cosplay and put themselves out there in all those costumes. I could never.
Oh, right. I got rid of the trait.
Which trait?
The one that saves me from being blown up by warp core explosions.
Oh, did you just get yourself blown up by warp core?
No, he's still here.
No, I'm here again. I was.
Oh.
How did you get it out?
Good morning, Ed.
How's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you feeling? Probably not fair to ask. It's like 3 in the morning, right?
Yep.
Yeah, not fair to ask.
Not sleeping well either.
Well, no.
Wave is incoming.
Wait, it's already done? We didn't even
Yeah.
have much to shoot at.
Here are your
But
results.
Probably courtesy of Tazzy.
Taz and me were blowing everything up, but warp is.
But it does make it go fast,
course
so
you
I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
Things are
Those
here.
have got tails.
Things done. We're good.
I'm gonna switch ship again.
No problems.
Was Taz then musant? Oh, great. Of course there's the Valve segment of the battle zone. Good lord, who in the right mind thought that
Yeah. I
the
know.
battle zone is going to be filled with Valve for like 5 minutes? Like, you can't lost with that. They already have their own battle zone. But they are not present at all anyway, so I have issues with those battle zones, really. Just...
Satalia is here. Good morning, Satalia, who says, since the groundhog saw his shadow predicting more winter, I've decided to make groundhog stew to keep warm. Yep, that sounds good.
Oh dear. Poor groundhog.
Yes. So
Well, that's one way to take revenge for prolonging the winter.
I love it. So groundhog saw his shadow predicting more winter. It was 68 degrees yesterday.
Well, it's a global warming. It's confused. Everyone
It is very confused. The
Didn't
thing
I hear
is,
that Florida you had snow that broke
Florida
the
had
record
snow.
from like 1800s?
yeah,
That's not normal.
it happens. Actually, it happened when I was growing up. They would have snow and severe ice storms down there that
Yeah,
ruined
but
the
the
crop.
amount of snow that came down yesterday was supposed to break a record from 1800,
Oh.
like 1890 something.
Let's see. Currently, it is 30. It feels 30-ish, but nothing major. But tomorrow, they are predicting snow, which is the reason that I went to class yesterday.
Oh yeah, you were very predicting.
Yeah, well, I am not driving that road when it's snowing. It's bad enough just when it's dark because there's no lights on it.
I need
Yeah.
a reinvite.
Pardon?
I need a reinvite.
Why did you break one?
Reinvite?
Oh, invite.
Invite, yeah.
I heard rare light.
Went from
Rear light.
one Taz
What?
to Taz. Alternate Taz. Taz other. So you're up in Terran Battle Zone?
No, not Terran, but I already
Oh, excuse me.
completed the
Voth
Thingy.
Battle. Undine Battle Zone.
Undine Battle Zone, yeah. But
Well,
I've
when-
already done mine, so we can do something else.
Up Taz Funk. There you go.
Up tiers.
I need some dreadnoughts. How would you folks feel about a Hive Onslaught?
I would be very much up
I'll
for it.
switch ships.
I'm sorry, say that again, Musin?
I'll switch my ship.
Oh, okay. I thought you said with some chips, and I'm like, okay.
That's what I
That,
heard.
that
I'm
would
like,
be nice too.
Yeah, really.
What is this conversation we
I'll,
constantly
I'll
hear
have my
something else?
Hive Onslaught with some chips.
Id, would you like to join us for a little Hive Onslaught?
No, I'm quite nauseous.
Oh, yeah, don't join us
Oh.
for Onslaught then. Nope. Nope.
I mean,
nope,
we'll
nope,
not
nope.
be sending chips your way.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Though actually, it's not a bad thing if they're...
Chips? Oh no, that would make me nauseous. One the first thing.
Because
I
sometimes...
I can't eat when I'm sick or something.
Well, sometimes when you're nauseous, eating something that helps balance your electrolytes does help a lot. So I was...
Tomato soup is so good
Yeah.
when you're sick.
I was not feeling
Salt and
well at the
vinegar.
gym a couple of weeks ago.
All
and
right.
My instructor's like, hang on, and gets me a bottle of the electrolyte stuff they have there. And he was right, it really did help. Yesterday I learned there are exactly 47 experimental weapons in the game. That's appropriate, don't you think?
That counts for 47 ships with experimental weapon slots, right?
That would make sense, yes.
Because they usually come
No.
with a ship. Unless
No,
you could craft it. One or
There's
two.
actually more, because several ships share the same experimental weapon,
Aha.
which is the basic experimental weapon that you get.
Oh, okay.
There's a basic experimental weapon?
Yeah, it wasn't a weapon, there was a basic one.
There was my ship doesn't have an experimental weapon, so I can't even look it up.
Does Powerade count for electrolytes? Yes, Talia does. Absolutely does.
Powerade,
Oh yeah,
Gatorade,
Powerade is supposed to be like the
Pedialyte.
Pedialyte's great for it too. Pedialyte's a little bit easier than the Powerades because Powerades are more for sports. And they tend to be more concentrated versus Pedialyte, which is much more diluted and easier on your stomach.
Experimental hyper-excited ion stream is actually on several different ships. As
That would make
basic
some
experiment.
sense because I wound up with a couple of them and I couldn't figure out how that happened. Mighty Archimedes
Click on
says, I like the
multiple-
VAQ launcher.
A VAQ launcher. Where's that from? It sounds familiar.
I haven't. I
Pickle
don't know.
brine
what it's
also
from.
works.
Pardon?
Pickle brine also works.
Ugh.
I understand.
Oh.
I get it.
Yeah.
But
It definitely would do some electrolyte balancing. It's got a high amount of salt, and the garlic isn't going to hurt you either. The Texas is the answer there. And the Kelvin Destroyer has a point defense matrix, which is shared by an Akira.
Oh, I love the Kelvin Destroyer one, and especially that it enables a unique animation on the ship. That only is used by that experimental weapon.
I'm going to queue us for Hive Onslaught.
And it's actually interesting because this is accurate to the first movie, for the first Kelvin movie. When you see that ship kind of trying to shoot at the Narada, you can see that there are like, aside from normal art points, like normal emitters for phasers, there are also like doors that open in the saucer and those things pop up and they shoot that as well, so it's pretty cool that they actually replicated that mechanic in the game. But it only works for that one experimental weapon, they don't activate for anything else.
So Talia, no worries. It's not a vampire.
Sparkly vampires in sunlight is only in the Twilight books, nowhere else.
I know, it was a joke. It was a joke.
actually,
I've
that's
been
wrong.
watching bad Mexican vampire
Was it a
movies.
joke? Or
I'm sorry.
I remember my ex forcing me to go and see Twilight, and when they did the sparkling thing, yeah,
Yeah, no.
he was
The-
hamstruck.
Weebu?
Actually, the thing is, Sparkly Vampires wasn't created by Myers. That wasn't
no.
her idea.
Where'd that come from?
Anne Rice.
Uh-huh.
Oh, good.
Of
But
course
those
it
weren't
did.
sparkling
Andreas
in the
wanted to
sunlight,
bury
though.
that series.
So, if you haven't heard the adventures of the Twilight books and movies, and whoever the author is, her absolute craziness over controlling every aspect of the movie. Not
Actually,
to
she was very controlling.
very controlling, and that's one of the reasons the movies are as bad as they are. Because she was not going to let anybody do anything that she didn't completely agree with, and I think she brought in a husband or a boyfriend or somebody to be like the script rewrite guy, and it wasn't qualified. It's just amazing to listen to that whole thing. And if I remember right, Twilight was actually something else. It was it was 50 Shades of Grey that was supposed to be a fanfic of Twilight, if I remember right.
What?
Yeah. Oh, so much for my
And
destructible torpedoes. Thank you very much.
And it's all thanks to 9/11.
Is it really? She got
What?
bored and
Yes.
had nothing else to do?
So, no. My Chemical Romance came out as an answer to post-traumatic stress of 9/11,
Okay.
which then it was either Twilight or 50 Shades were written as to that music and because
Oh.
of that. And the other one was written as a fanfic of the other, and thus snowballed into the hellscape
Disaster
that
that
we
it
live
is
in.
now.
Yes.
Well, I would argue just to tell you that there's no such thing as real vampires, but you know.
I don't know. I've never seen one.
Efforts are futile.
Exactly.
Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another.
Uh-oh. Subnuke, subnuke, subnuke. Oh, made it. Here, have a beam. Oh, never mind, it didn't do anything. Didn't even get to shoot a special weapon.
Hi.
This is not the end.
How did somebody die?
Probably
Yeah, the
was
queen.
sitting in there when the queen went.
Darn.
Do not hug the queen. Do not hug the queen. Well, that was interesting in it that it not only gave me my 3 dreadnoughts, but it gave me my destructible torpedoes too. So yay!
Well, yeah, the traditional Borg TFOs with cubes will definitely give you those.
This is true, though. Usually I don't get them in the first second. Let's see. BTD says, I must find some Tums because I am getting acid reflux. So does
Ooh,
Microsoft
yeah.
only sell Office as a subscription now?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, you can find an obscure version of the box version, but most of them are obscure and unsupported. So they won't get any updates anymore and anything like it.
Yeah, I have to look at updating to 11 at some point here.
Everyone went to subscription. It's absolutely disgusting because I don't want to buy something that I don't want to be constantly online for.
So, Open Office, right? Which is free.
Open-
Yeah, that's what I got. But yeah,
There are some
Open
issues with Open
Office.
Office, though.
This freighter we just got,
Yeah.
what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Yeah.
No, it's good for
No.
oh god, contraband and other small duty officer missions, so that you don't have to go all the way across the game to get them.
Yeah, you don't have to go to all the vendors because they can actually have all of that stuff on the bridge. I think.
Oh, well that's
there's a-
convenient.
Bridge and you have all the. I think there's an independent commodity officer who allows you to buy stuff from your.
But they
That's not
unlock
that you would-
all the bridges.
Yeah. So you can change whatever you like on it.
But
Unless the ship is broken, they have to fix it later.
Mighty
never
Archimedes
happened.
says, gives you an energy credit with said vendors while flying the ship in sector space. Discount. Gives you an energy discount? Whatever. There's an advantage to using it for your vendors. Which would be actually
Okay.
kind of nice because I wind up spending a fair amount of time looking for vendors to sell my stuff.
Hey, that access
Yeah.
to secure subspace channel to call in security transport ship. It will allow you to choose prisoner transfer and contraband assignments.
don't you need a distress beacon to call in a security ship?
It comes with the freighter.
So when I open the freighter up, there pops out a console or a
I
device.
guess so.
Because when I right-click it and say select more detail, there is.
It literally says
It
has
says
an
that it
interior
comes with a
amenities.
transport drive that allows you to access the furthest corners of the quadrant.
Oh, so does
Yeah,
it
that's
unlock
the
all your
transport.
sector spaces or something like it?
So I'm
Like all the
guessing the
regions.
benefit of having that ship is to be able to teleport around the galaxy. But you have to change into the ship, teleport, and then change into the other ship.
That's the
And if
same
you-
advantage you get from swapping to Excelsior that has everything unlocked by its transport computer, right?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Pretty much similar concept.
But I can't see a device or anything that should give.
Is there a skill when you fly it in space? Because it
Yeah, maybe
does
something
say-
that-
It has access to a subspace
Right.
channel to call
Right,
in
so it's not a
security
device per
transport
se.
ship.
So that probably will be like an ability in your tray that you can
Yeah.
just drag out and press whenever you need.
Yeah, and it also says something about it's accessible from any ship interior. So you go
the
into
ship,
your
the ship will be able to summon two kinds of ship. One ship that is only summonable in sector space, and one ship that is summonable outside of sector space.
Okay, once you switch to your freighter, you can switch to your freighter from any ship interior. Once you're done using it, switch back to any ship from the freighter interior. So in other words, just beam
Oh,
up to your
okay,
ship.
so it does give you a ship change option from
Yeah.
within.
Right.
That's a cool thing. I don't think any ship gave you
Okay.
that option.
Mm-mm.
It would have made sense if it was a small craft, but this is a fully fledged ship.
I mean, same like the
Yeah.
Sullivan cell ship. It's kind of fits the same slot, I guess. Because the
I'm-
Sullivan cell ship is also like kind of useless in combat. It's
Yeah,
not
oh, yeah,
very
yeah.
like, modernized or anything like it, but you still can fly it.
With it being
You could
T4, you
even
don't have to
technically
level
put-
it to get stuff, so that's reasonable.
Yeah. Plus,
It's
yeah.
like, what I'm wondering is, if I leave it in its box, will I miss something? Or
It
do
has
I
its
have
own
to,
bridge.
or do I have
well, the
to
gear
open the
on
box
it is
and
non-existent.
dry dock it? Because I have a finite amount of dry dock spaces.
Does it
so-
count as a ship? Does it count as a
It
small
counts as a
craft?
ship.
It counts as a ship.
So it's like your
Um,
active
So it's going to
ship
leave. It's
slot.
going to take up one of your spaces.
I don't like
and
that.
it will not have any consoles, traits, or other devices
Right.
or special weapons on it.
Right. Well, it's just a tier 4.
Like the Kobayashi Maru, wasn't
Yeah.
it? She also didn't bring anything.
So it's more an admin
Wait, but
function
you said you
ship.
could put that bridge on your ship and use it without summoning another ship. So wait, does it have its own bridge type for a fighter?
I don't know. I mean, do you have the option on your bridge to bring that in?
Yeah. Because now I'm curious. I'm just one day away. Actually, I'm 15 hours away from getting it, so...
Oh, I have it.
Well, then you can
I mean-
answer it.
From a visual standpoint, considering it's something that's designed from scratch, because I don't think I recognize that pattern from the shows or anything like it. It kind of fits like TNG era.
It was said it was in one of the shows.
Never seen that.
Elizabeth. This ship doesn't look like a Elizabeth.
Like a what?
It doesn't look like an Elizabeth.
Why Elizabeth?
It was the prefix
Oh, it's
name.
default name.
Oh.
I have not opened mine.
Oh, you already got it too?
Okay, there's a thing called call security transport, which is on the tray. It's an
What's that
enablement of the ship.
I'll go pour myself back into bed.
Go back to bed. Feel better.
Look after yourself. Feel better.
But this does not work around DS9, so I'm gonna hop on out into sector space and see.
Before I do any ship changing, I'm gonna make sure my loadouts are not.
Mine is
Same.
named the SS Mabel.
Rather tame names, I must admit.
It's yeah. What was yours named? The Elizabeth?
Yeah. I had to spice that up real quickly. SS Slabrask.
up and check out that bridge. Go.
There we go. That's the menu that comes up.
Chris,
What?
you're holding me
I
hostage.
posted it in
Well, that's
the
not my
stream
fault that
chat
you're in the
channel.
same instance. I was here first.
Now I'm just stuck here on a loading screen, so we will see what happens.
Oh, I love when the game does that.
It's always
So when
good.
you click one of the three options, duty officer window opens up. That's it.
No, this bridge. This is.
This doesn't look like a standard bridge, like the Starship Bridge.
No, it's a freighter bridge. But there's a freighter bridge, so we've got access account. Library files, contact
bank.
officers, tactical officer,
Duty officers.
small
tactical.
craft.
Before
Operations.
anyone discharges those weapons,
Yes.
make a note. Those are pulse phasers.
Oh, well then I'm not going to go into.
Pulse phasers, those who are making the fighter pets go absolutely nuts. My
We already have
flatmate-
pulse phasers in the game.
But not everybody has pulse phasers.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's
two
kind of a
target
nice.
minus all damage
bridge.
resistance. Okay.
Let's see, we have a counselor here
Oh.
who has therapy sessions. We have a doctor. We have a scientist. Oh, this is kind of like old school real bridges. You know, where you got to go around and play
This
with
is
the
the
interior
design
the
of an
ship.
old freighter,
This
isn't
is
it?
an old freighter. Yeah, this is in a couple of episodes. Or something
Interior
similar to it.
Armory class.
Has it ever
Yes.
been an interior you could use?
Oh yeah, way back.
Does it
No,
have
no,
a
for your
unique?
ship?
Hold on.
We have-
This
Or was it
freight-
only for an episode?
I know it was for an episode. We have a bartender. Well, this is actually kind of nice for a freighter.
Okay,
no,
the
that's like-
Armory class is actually unique compared to the freighter class that you get. That is supposed to have all the unlocks on them.
Holy moly, this is a whole ship interior. This is kind of nice.
Yeah, well, I think this was made for people who farmed duty officers and stuff on their alts.
But I mean, it's
They
not
should
just
all be
like
flying this ship.
it's not like just one room. You can go a lot of
Oh,
places
we
here.
have no pattern decision making at all here.
This
Aerospace
is
bar breaches,
amazing.
vanity shields.
Yeah, just man bandy shields. Well, you can change colors to a degree,
Okay.
but it doesn't do anything because there is no pattern to color.
Oh,
It doesn't have any patterns available at all? Oh, that
No.
sucks.
this is beautiful
Yeah,
interior.
but I don't recognize this interior. It was never available for, like, you couldn't select it from... After they unlocked all the bridges, you still couldn't, like, use that in any standard ship.
Have I already been here? Oh,
Just-
there's more stuff over there.
Interesting.
Mighty Archimedes says Fun Edition is the transwarp drive is janky and has a chance not to activate. Yeah, it's actually in the tooltips. It didn't always work that way. So what have we got here? We have an ambassador down here. We've got a
I don't see any
quartermaster.
extra transwarp locations, I think.
Hit T.
Oh, whoa, yeah, there is. If you open the quadrant thing.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
This is-
yeah.
You kind of have to go
Yep.
places to find things. Mail, quadrant, exchange. Big interior. This is what I love are these big interiors. I stopped even looking at ship interiors a while back. This is nice.
Yeah, no, if you open the alpha and the beta quadrants in the transwarp destinations, it'll show you. Like a whole bunch extra trans orbs.
Mighty
Yeah,
Archimedes is also
all
supposed to be
the
how
clusters are highlighted.
Mighty Archimedes. It's also supposed to be reflective of how freighters are sometimes, well, maybe not as well maintained as they could be. Things don't
Yeah.
always work the way
It's
they
kind of
should be.
weird.
What used to be meaning used to be in the game as a mechanic that transport would not always work or something?
I thought they meant as
No.
older things didn't always work the way
Oh,
they were
okay.
supposed to.
Yeah, well that makes sense.
Yeah, it's an older ship.
I mean, it kind of looks like the Rosanna interior. It looks like
It does a
something
little bit. There is a
manufactured
ship in
Rosanna.
the game that's got a similar interior to this. But but you're right. I can see the Trezana things in here too. I like this ship.
Who would have thought? Tier
Really?
4.
Oh, we got something fun out of a tier 4 ship. Way cool.
Something useful for a lot of people.
I like
with
these industrial
farming knowledge.
interiors actually. I like the industrial, more technical, less aesthetically pleasing interior that just
Well, this is aesthetically pleasing. It's just a different aesthetic.
Yeah, but it's not like super aesthetically futuristic. Like it just feels like a freighter, actual freighter.
Well, remember your thing about who cleans up the garbage, Chris? And we kind of talked about
yeah.
that for a story. This is the ship that we have for that. This is the freighter / the guy that's going around picking up the garbage and his crew / family. This is perfect. This is perfect. Well, how about we do one last TFO, folks, before I head out and go back to bed for a while? Because that's what's going to go happen.
I envy you that option.
Well, yeah, but that's, when you get to be an old person like me, you've got that option.
Also, we're being ageist now.
I'm being ageist, yeah. Absolutely.
Well,
Oh, hello
Noted.
then, Slot.
the stream is very dated when we're living in a Moopsy submarine.
That is a brilliant name. MILFtastic82 is now following. MILFtastic, beautiful name. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That would be Moopsies I like to have fun with, right?
I like big Moopsies and I cannot lie.
Anybody have anything they want to do? Should I throw on an ISA or well, not an ISE, but how about I switch back to my regular ship, because I don't think this is the ship
Yeah,
we want to
let
be
me
in.
switch back to a normal
Yeah.
ship.
I
was
just
gonna-
realized if
I
I
was
hit that
gonna
button, we're going to have
see if-
fun. Though there
I was
you
gonna
go.
see if you actually go with this ship.
Yeah, that would probably be a very bad idea. What was I flying? What was I flying?
So I finally figured it out.
Yeah.
There is a natural predator for the tribbles.
Yeah.
Just introduce
Besides
the
Klingons?
Moopsie. No, just introduce the Moopsies.
Oh, there you go.
They'll eat the
I'll take care of
tribbles.
'em. Oh, Satalia, brilliant. MILF, MILF means Mom I like to follow. There you go. Thank you, Satalia. And that was
Wait,
clean,
does-
too.
Does do tribbles have bones? Because Moopsy drinks bones.
Apparently,
Could be.
like we know they're born pregnant, but they should have a skeleton.
They can
Yeah,
kind of move around, and they're not like amoeba, so maybe?
Guinea pigs have
but
skeletons.
Snails move and they don't have bones, so
Yeah, but snails also don't have hair. Things that have hair is made out of the same materials as nails and bone.
No, bones are not made out of the same
No.
material as hair. Bones,
and nails.
they are different. They are different thingies. But you're right, nails and hair are the same.
Nails and hair are made from
Yeah.
like, skin generates them, but it doesn't use the same materials as bone,
Yeah,
so it doesn't
bone is
prove
a
anything.
whole different thing.
The thing is, creatures with hair usually have bone. I don't know a boneless creature with hair.
Yeah, I agree with that one. But we are talking
But
about...
it's an alien.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go next. It's non-terrestrial. Who knows? ISA work for everybody if we're off our respective
Sure.
ships? Is everybody off your freighter?
Yep.
I don't even have it, so... Yep. I'm ready.
1.295. You're almost there. You're almost there. They're fixing the bind thing on the new kit modules today. Oh, good.
Yeah, too bad they're still not fixing the cloak animation for 32nd century ships. They haven't
We
mentioned
will?
that at all. We will.
We will.
I already missed seeing those ships just do the cloak animation.
Chosen says I'm currently in the DC universe.
Oh, my condolences. It's not doing very well lately.
Hey, I wanted to go to the movies this weekend, and for some reason my local theater isn't showing what movies are available today and Sunday. It's just completely blank, and it's like, what, they closed down 2 days a week
It'd be
or
a
something?
surprise.
Yeah, I can't imagine they shut down for 2 days unless they're having private parties, which is weird in February.
Do they have them?
Yeah, they do private parties, but generally they just shut down a theater, not the whole theater. It's a restaurant bar type thing, so yeah, if you
Is
want to rent
anybody
out the whole
parsing
place, you
this?
can. Pardon?
Nope.
Should we?
Oh well.
Nah, not on advanced. Hardly worth it.
People do that, but I don't really care for the PS. I just like the pew pew.
Yeah, I
You do
noticed you
practical
literally
and-
turned off your damage numbers and everything. How do you know how you perform?
What, me?
Ooh.
Chris.
You mean turn them off? Do you have the option to turn them on?
Yeah.
Care. Couldn't care less about my damage output. I just see visual. If I fire at things and they die, that means I'm doing damage. What else is there?
Well, I got to the point where I know the numbers are popping up and doing stuff, but I completely ignore them. I mean, it's like,
I don't like them. They kill my immersion.
I don't have a problem with it, but
Numbers
I
pop.
have the ability to just kind of through it. To the extent that if somebody's talking about numbers, I have to kind of refocus and go, oh, there are numbers here. Oh, no.
Like, honestly, it doesn't matter for me what kind of damage I do. Just do the pew-pew for fun of it.
Also, the next Marvel movie releases next week on Friday. What is the next Marvel movie?
So the Winter Soldier? No,
Winter
not the Winter
Soldier's
Soldier.
Oh, is it
Winter
the Captain America
Captain
one?
America? Yeah.
No.
Oh, they're gonna fail so hard with that one.
Yep.
So hard.
Why?
They didn't write Captain America out in a proper way.
I think
He
You
just
mean
went
that he
away.
retired?
Yeah,
I think the bigger issue is that the
in the
gu-
audience mind, the Cap was never transferred.
yeah, exactly. I agree. But I think
There
a
is-
big issue here in the States is the guy who's playing whatever it is, Captain America, is just being a horse's butt.
I guess nobody parsed, huh?
Pardon?
I
No, I
haven't
don't
heard.
I don't even have a way
what's
to
he
parse.
doing?
Oh, he's going around making comments about, well, political stuff, and it's just, come on, really?
Ah.
He's Rachel Zeglering.
Oh no!
God.
Oh no! But
Yeah.
what is he in at the moment? We are talking about the old Captain America
No,
or the
it's
new
the
one?
new guy. The new guy.
Oh, well,
no, the
he
old-
has just screwed up.
The old
Yeah.
one just said that he's retired and he's done with it.
Yep.
The character. And the new one is kind of like saying stuff all over the place.
Well, he's not done with it. You saw what he did in the Deadpool.
Yeah,
so
but that was Johnny
I
Storm,
didn't
not
see
Captain
Deadpool,
America.
so I don't know.
yeah, I know,
That was
but
pretty funny.
he still wants to play. He just wanted to do a Robert Downey Jr. It's like, I'm done, pay me a gazillion to come back.
Uh-huh.
But he don't have that gravitas.
No, but the thing is, he gets
You
a lot
do
of
that.
jobs that aren't Captain America versus Robert Downey Jr., who, doesn't do as many roles. So Chris Evans, I think, is a little bit more I want to say this the right way. He's a guy who can play a role, and you don't realize he's playing the role. I mean, you don't see him as Chris Evans as so and so. He's a Carl Urban, a guy who is a great, or at least
Blend
a
into
good
the
enough
role and
actor to
actually
be able
doesn't
to do
stand
the role.
out as
Right,
a-
exactly. Does a
Right.
great job for the role. Anyway, I'm going to go back to bed, guys. So I'm getting out of here.
I doubt he wants to change into Sean Bean. Who, as soon as he appears, you
God.
know he's gonna die.
Yeah. I saw Sean Bean in something he didn't die, and he's like, "Yeah, I know. Wasn't that weird?" All right, everyone. I'm getting out of here. So on behalf of the Moopsy in the Morning game, have a game. I'm going back to bed. My brain's not working. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a great day
Have a
and
great
stay
night,
Have a good sleep.
Moopsome.
Stay moopsome.
Moopsy.
Sean the non-believer. Sean.
I guess I don't have to do that anymore. Other folks are doing it for me. Woohoo!